in that at least?
Yes, 99%
Okay,
sure.
good.
That's about as close as I want to go. Snowfall forecasting is so difficult, and especially here in the Ozarks in the south, we've got terrain that's crazy in Arkansas. So you could go 5 miles and someone gets something completely different than what you get. And then with temperatures kind of fluctuating too, I mean, it's tricky. And then our biggest forecast is trying to figure out, okay, when do we make that transition over from rain to snow, where a lot of northern locations, I mean, most of the time they are snow. So if they forecast 5 and they get 6, okay, not a big deal. We're trying to forecast between a dusting to maybe an inch or 2, it's a lot more difficult. But right now that low pressure is just north of Kansas City. You've got rain towards the south, snow towards the north. But over time, notice how that colder air is coming right with this cold front and overtakes the rain and turns it over to snow. We'll have that same thing happen later tonight. Right now we've got a couple light showers in southwest Missouri, kind of hugging right along the state line. So there could be a few sprinkles this evening, especially across northwest Arkansas. Otherwise, we're cloudy. But then eventually, we'll get that transition over to snow later tonight, probably after about 4 or 5 o'clock. We'll take a closer look at that forecast. But I got to tell you about the National Weather Service winter weather alerts that are out. We've got advisories for northwest Arkansas, that purple color, and for much of the River Valley. Of course, it's obvious, right? There's a hole in the map. There's nothing going on for Johnson County, Franklin County, Crawford County, and also Sequoia County, too. The reason why is when we get closer to the Arkansas River at some points throughout the day tomorrow, even though when we pretty much have widespread snow taking place, some sleet may try to mix in as well, and a few raindrops. Temperatures may be just a touch warmer closer to the river itself and the lowest elevations that we have here in Arkansas. But then you go back towards the south, you actually start to go up in elevation once you head south of Fort Chaffee towards Greenwood and Paris and Boonville, even west towards Cameron and Pecola and parts of Poto too. So that's why there's a hole in the map. I know it's kind of weird, but temperatures now are holding in the 50s. We've got an east breeze at the moment. We're about to drop the temperature big time. Here's your day part forecast tomorrow. For your Saturday, expect snow showers transitioning across northwest Arkansas. We'll go from rain to snow probably around 3 or 4 o'clock, so most of us for the morning when we're actually up will have snow. For the afternoon, snow will continue, and there could be a few heavy bursts later into the afternoon. We'll wrap things up in the evening. In the River Valley, it'll take us just a little bit longer to go from rain to snow, probably closer to sunrise, 6, 7, maybe even 8 o'clock or so when we'll make that transition. But every once in a while in the afternoon, it really depends on where you live. Closer to the river, a few raindrops will mix in. You get away from the river, might be pure snow for us too, and then we'll also drop into the 20s. Here's a closer look for the future cast tonight. We'll have those showers coming in close to midnight or so. Everything's going to be pretty light though, so we have RDOT, they go ahead and pre-treating the roads, and it should still hold for the most part. Sometimes rain kind of messes with the effectiveness, but if we can transition over to snow faster, it will still be effective for us as we're waking up tomorrow morning. So that's some good news with this forecast. But we'll watch that rain-snow line slowly press from west to east. This is 4 o'clock tomorrow morning, so just before sunrise, we'll make that transition over to snow in northwest Arkansas just a little bit later in the River Valley. And there may be some dry air that kind of puts a stop to some of the snow in the morning. It's going to be more patchy in the morning. But as soon as we have lunchtime roll around and for the rest of the afternoon, another batch of some heavier snow move in from the north from southwest Missouri. And I think for most of us in the afternoon, we've got some good bursts of snow. Now, right along the river, we could have some rain try to mix in as well. That'll cut down our snowfall totals, but be our probably best chance for snow that we've had so far this winter season. But be on the lookout for those roads. Remember, there are over 30 bridges and overpasses between Alma to Bella Vista, just on I-49 alone. So be on the lookout for those tomorrow afternoon. They could get tricky throughout the day. And then we'll also have more snow on grass and parts of vehicles, roofs, mailboxes, things like that try to pick up a little bit more snow. Here's a look at your snowfall map. But up to 2 inches, I think, in northwest Arkansas, maybe a little bit more in the Boston Mountains once you head eastbound. But then you head south into the River Valley. Most of us will try to pick up a dusting or so, but higher train areas may pick up a little bit more. I know there's a smiley face. Erica pointed that out a little bit earlier today. This is how the terrain works. A weather alert is in effect for tomorrow. Snow likely, a couple inches in northwest Arkansas. In the River Valley, it's really going to range depending on where we get raindrops mixing in and snow. But I think a lot of us will try to get a dusting. And some of us, Erica, may try to get a little bit more, especially closer to Kavanaugh, Sugarloaf, and Mount Magazine.
Yeah, within 24, 48 hours, it's gone, huh?
It's gone. Yeah, tomorrow, I mean, for Sunday, you saw the temperature there, 43 in the River Valley.
There's no way it can stick around.
It'll melt, yeah, you're right.
Okay, well, enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Matt. Well, still to come here on your 5 News at 6, Jacob is live from Bud Walton Arena, where the Arkansas gymnastics team is preparing for its first